and bad governance protest hold. Protest demanding relocation of Igbos from Lagos is deeply troubling. Atiku speaks out. And in business news this morning on your number one business radio, Pr0tests Radio. I highly support federal government's windfall tax policy. Femi Otedola speaks out. Business owners worry protest will affect productivity. Good morning. Welcome to News Update from your number one business radio, Pr0tests Radio, in association with Automedics Auto Care Limited Ajao Estate Branch and Dependable Securities Limited. I am Otusi James Chuku, and here are the news in full. Tension was palpable in parts of Nigeria on Thursday as the much-touted #EndBadGovernance protest finally took place in almost all the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Abuja. In a bid to curb the looting, violence, and other after-effects of the protest, the Kano, Borno, Yobe, Katsina, and Nasarawa state governments imposed curfews in volatile local government areas in their states. While Kano and Borno state governments imposed 24-hour statewide curfews, Yobe restricted movement in 3 local government areas, and Nasarawa imposed movements in 1 charged local government area. On its part, the Katsina government imposed a 24-hour curfew in Dotsinma local government area and 12-hour curfew in the remaining 33 local government areas. The organizers of the #EndBadGovernance protest have declared that they would not leave the streets except President Bola Tinubu meets their demands. The organizers stated that once the president meets their demands, the protest, which kicked off on Thursday, 1st August, would be called off immediately. The director of mobilization, Take It Back Movement, Damilare Adenola, made this known while speaking to journalists in Abuja. He said the operation in the country has been going on for too long, and the protest is part of efforts to ensure it does not continue. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has expressed concern over the protest demanding the relocation of Igbo people from Lagos State and Southwest State. Amidst the ongoing #EndBadGovernance protest, the hashtag Igbo Must Go has been trending on the microblogging platform X, formerly known as Twitter. In a statement via his X handle, Atiku, the People's Democratic Party (PDP) presidential candidate in the 2023 election, said the decision is troubling and fundamentally opposed to the principles of unity and coexistence in the nation. Atiku called on the Nigerian government and relevant security authorities to immediately take action against those inciting such hatred and division. He further called on Nigerians to unite against such device rhetoric and champion unity, tolerance, and understanding. Do stay with us. We would be right back in a jiffy with the business news. Welcome back, and it's business news this morning on your number one business radio, Pr0tests Radio. Entrepreneurs are concerned that the August 1 protest could affect productivity and inflict an estimated loss of 400 billion naira on the economy. Industry stakeholders appear apprehensive of the likely fallout of citizen demonstrations on lives and property, particularly their business holdings. The National Vice President of the Nigerian Association of Small-Scale Industrialists, Segun Kuti George, said the fear of arson from the NSAS protest still haunts Nigerian business owners who almost lost their factories. According to the NASI Vice President, more Nigerians would restrict their movements on the day of the planned protests, leading to a drop in foot traffic, which means a slower business day. Business billionaire Femi Otedola has said the federal government's windfall tax policy would help to ensure equitable distribution of wealth in Nigeria. The executive chairman of Geregu Power PLC said the windfall tax policy of the federal government showed ethical leadership from the current administration. On his X handle on Thursday, Femi Otedola said the tax on banks from their profits would help in the health, education, and infrastructure development of the country. Otedola explained that the current policy would empower banks to play roles in the country's development. He further advised the federal government to ensure the tax is invested in critical sectors of the economy for development. This is news update from your number one business radio, Pr0tests Radio, in association with Automedics Auto Care Limited Ajao Estate Branch and Dependable Securities Limited. Before we go, a recap of the major stories. Resilience, tear gas, looting, and curfew as #End Bad Governance protests hold. Protests demanding relocation of Igbos from Lagos is deeply troubling. Article speaks out. And in business news this morning on your number one business radio, Pr0tests Radio. I highly support federal government's windfall tax policy. Femi Otedola speaks out. Business owners worry protests will affect productivity. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms. Follow and like our page on Facebook at Pr0tests Radio NG. Join the conversations on our Instagram and X handles at Pr0tests Rad. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Pr0tests Radio NG. Our website is www.pr0testradio.com. You could also reach out to us via WhatsApp on 0809 791 0074. For sponsorship and advert placement on Pr0tests Radio, the numbers to call are 0809 791 0073 or 0803 436 1400. You could also send a mail to hello@pr0testradio.com or you visit our office at 195 Ikorodu Road by Palm Grove Bus Stop. Unibrown House is the building. Do enjoy the rest of the day. I am Otosi James Chuku and you are listening to your number one business radio, Pr0tests Radio.